Okay, so is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
All right, fine. Okay, so in last class we have discussed about what is mutable, what is immutable, what is list. Okay, we discussed about list. What are the different ways to create list? Can anyone tell me what are the different ways to create list? And what is list actually? Can anyone tell me what is list? First of all, what is the first point? What is list, guys? You have already written your test yesterday. So what is list?
It
List.
is immutable.
Can we say list is a collection data type? Can we say list is a mutable, nothing but changeable data type? Okay. Can we say list is a heterogeneous? Heterogeneous means different. Okay, different. Okay, or we can say heterogeneous basically means different types of data a list can hold. Okay, list is what? Heterogeneous. It can hold the homogeneous also and heterogeneous also, right? Okay, so how to create list? How to create list? So in order to create the list, we can list creation. So in order to what we can say create the list, what we can use? Can we use a square bracket? Yes. Can we use list function? Can we use a range data type? Yes or no? Can we use eval? Right now, these things we have seen. List, square bracket we can use. List function we can use. Range we can use. Okay. Eval we can use. Right. Okay. And today what we have to discuss? Today we have to discuss reading content of list or sequence. Okay. How to read list items or element using different ways. Okay, so first way is we can use list using indexes. Okay, list use what? Indexes. The second is what? We can use slicing. Okay, the third one is we can use for loop. The fourth one is we can use while loop, right? And the fifth one is we can use iterator. Okay, the sixth one is we can use enumerator. Okay, enumerate we can use. So these are the ways to accessing the list. Okay, so today in today's lecture we have to understand what are the different ways to access the list, right? So see this iterators, okay, and enumerators is new for you, but we will discuss. Okay, but indexes you already know, slicing a bit you know. Okay, for loop you already know, while loop you already know, right? Okay, so let's see. So what is index? Index is an integer value. Index is what? Integer value. Index cannot be a character. Okay, each element item in list sequence identified with index. Okay, so whatever we have inside the list, please confirm once. Are you able to listen me properly, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. Okay, I think one student is missing in today's class. Okay, Ursula is missing in today's class.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, can you explain while loop again? Like I
Okay.
personally faced problems in
No, no,
yesterday's
no
test.
issue, no issue. We will do it. Okay, again and again, no problem. Just anyone, please call Ursula to join the meeting. Ask her to join it as well, so that she didn't miss the concept. Okay, so see,
And sir, yesterday's result.
we will discuss.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we will discuss the result as well. I will tell you the solution as well. No worries about it. But before, if we will discuss result directly, so we will what we can say. We cannot cover these slides. Okay, covering these slides is also important. Otherwise we will waste our lots of time. So first we will read, I mean first we will learn new things, then we will come back to the assignment. Whatever assignment question I have given to you, I will solve the questions, or otherwise I will explain the questions and I will give you the marks as well. Fine, is it fine to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so what I'm saying, like for example, whenever you will create a list, whenever you are creating a list, okay, so for example, 10, 20, 30. Okay, so each element or item of the list having index, okay, 0 index, 1 index, and 2 index. It cannot be like A, B, and C. It cannot be any character. Your index should be your index should be integer, but it can be negative. Your integers can be negative. Okay, so your integers indexes can be negative. Suppose, for example, if you want to access the last element, from the last elements onward you want to access the list, so you can use the negative indexes like this: -1, -2, and -3. Right, so like this also allowed. Okay, so each element or item in list sequence identified with index. Index is element, position, or each location in list or sequence is identified with integer value called index. Right? Index is used to read elements from sequence. Okay, in sequentially or randomly. Okay, you can access the elements randomly. If you want to access random elements, so you can directly give the index value of the element. Otherwise you can access sequentially. First you will access 10, 20, and then 30. So like that also you can do. Right? Okay, suppose you can understand this. If you want to access the list, this is what list: 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, so these are the elements. This is the graphical representation: 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, so first index, if you will go left to right, so the first index value will be 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and 4. When you go to right to left, then it will start from -1. Okay, when you are going from right to left means it is not starting with 0, it is starting with -1, and then -2, and -3, and -4, and -5. Okay, so indexes, we can say index values are two types. One is positive index, and second is what? Negative index. But it cannot be float. Index cannot be float value. Index cannot be a string value, right? See, positive index start with 0, which is used to read items left to right, forward direction. This direction is known as forward direction, from right to left, forward direction. And if you want to iterate the elements in reverse direction, then you will use negative. Negative index start at -1. Okay, it is starting with -1 or not? Yes. So which is used to read items in right to left backward direction. This direction is known as backward, right? This index is used as a subscript to read value from the list. Okay, suppose let me write some code so that you can understand it better. Okay, so I am creating here one list L1. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, right? I want to, okay, so what I want, reading list elements. So how we can read like list elements? First is you can read directly by writing this. Okay, directly. Otherwise you can use index also. Reading random element using index, right? And the another thing is you can also use negative indexing. Suppose if you want to access here 40 or 50, suppose I have to access what 50. Okay, using negative indexes. Okay, last access last element using negative index. So how you will access the last index is what you will write here minus 1, right? Will you write minus 1 or not? You don't need to check, you don't need to count 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Just write minus 1. So you will access 50. Print. Okay, access second last element from the list using negative index. Okay, so what is the list name? List name is L1. Second last element means minus 2, right? Are you understanding this much, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me
Yes, sir.
execute it. So like that it is printing. Okay, it is coming like this, means last element we are accessing which is 50, the second last is what 40, and this I mean we are using here positive indexing. So the third element we are accessing, what is the third element? So see, this is what 0th element, 1 index, and then 2 index, third index, and the fourth index. And if we will talk about negative, so this is what minus 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this one is minus 5. Okay, after that we have minus 4. Okay, and after that we have minus 3, minus 2 and minus 1. Okay, so this is what, this is known as, this is known as negative indexing. Negative indexing means what will be the direction? Direction will be right to left. Okay, and this is known as positive indexing. What is the direction? The accessing direction will be left to right. Okay, this is known as, this is known as backward direction. Okay, and what we call it, forward direction, right? Okay, the second is we can reading element using while loop. Okay, so how to read elements using while loop? This is our list. Okay, how we can access element using while loop? So can we write here, can we write here like I'm creating one variable which will refer to this 0th index. Okay, so I'm creating one variable called I0 means I will refer this index, zeroth index, and here I am writing one condition while. Okay, what we can write here, can we calculate the length when I is less than what, less than, we can use here length function. Length function is used to calculate the length of the list. Okay, so how many elements are there total? See, if you will count from here, 1 2 3 4, so 4 and zeroth element means total 5 elements. These are the 4 elements and this one is 5, so total 5 elements are there in list. Okay, so here I will write the list name, which is L1. Okay, and what I will do, I will write here print. Okay, and here I will write list name, and here I will mention the index. Index means I, right? So what is the I value? When I value is 0, when I value is what, 0, so it will point to the first element from the forward direction, from the left to right or positive indexing. So I value 0, it will point to the 0th location. And what is the length of this, which is 5? So 5, okay, 0 is less than 5, so condition is true. What is the I value? 0. What is the length of L, which is 5? So 0 is less than 5, condition true. So print list of I. List of I, what is the I value? I value is 0. List of I means 10th element. Okay, first element we can say, which is the 10. So what it will print? 10. Next, what we have to do, we have to go to the second step. I mean, we have to reach to the next index. What's the next index? 1. So how you will reach to the next index? I is referring what, index. Okay, it is what, it is pointing indexing. So I need to increase the index value, plus equals to 1. Okay, so I value will become 1. So 1 is less than 5, condition true. So L, list of one element, list of one, this is the list, this is the one position. Okay, and what is the element? 20. So it will print 20. Okay, after that it will print 30, 40 and 50, like this it is printing. Okay, so this is what, this is how we access using while loop. So it is printing all the elements, right? But it is being congested. I think we should use another file. So this is what, 32. Okay, so this is okay. So I hope you guys are understanding this. So this is displaying all the elements using, we are using what, while loop. We are accessing using while loop. Okay, loop we are using. Okay, but we cannot access, we cannot write index value which is not available. Okay, see how many indexes we have. 4 indexes we have here, 0 1 up to 4. But if you will access a element, suppose, let me just delete it. Suppose if I am writing here print. Okay, if I'm writing here print L1, so it will display all the elements. Okay, it is displaying all the elements of the list. And if I write here print L1, and here I am writing 4. So will it print? Yes, it will print the last element, which is 50, right? And here it is printing the complete list. If I write here print L1 5, so is there any index which is 5, fifth index is available? No, fifth index is not available, so this is what? Error. Correct? So we cannot access index which is not possible, which is not available. Okay, so this will be index error. See here also you can see clearly sixth minus sixth element index we are going to access, which is not present. So the last negative index is minus 5. So we can access till minus 5. Okay, now we have length function. Okay, this function returns count elements of length, elements or length of the iterable. Okay, suppose if you want to check how many elements are there in this list. So let me create. Okay, suppose how to create the list. Can I create a list like this? Like numbers. Can I create list using range data type? Okay, ending point is what? 100, and each time step is what? 3. Okay, but here I have to write range data type. In range data type, we studied about range data type clearly. So range data type is what? Collection type, which required one starting point, ending point, and step value. Okay, so first it will print, first it will generate which element? 1. Okay, the second element will be the third element, right? Suppose if you will write here 1, so the next element will be 2. If you will write here 2, so the next element will be 3. And if you are writing here 3, so what will be the next element? Next element will be 4. Getting? If you are writing here 4, so what will be the next element? 5. So how many we have to skip? 4. Okay. So how many elements it will generate? So let's see. If I will print here number, okay, this is what elegant way to generate a list. We are generating list using list function. Okay, and we are using range data type so that we don't need to write. We don't need to write 1, 2, 3, 4. It will automatically generate. So if I execute this code, will I get the list or not? See, so we are getting the list. Okay, first element is 1, the second element is what? 5. And the next element is what? 9. Okay, so what's the gap between each element? How much gap between each element?
4.
4. So this 4 indicate means the step value. So it is skipping 4 step. Okay, after printing one value, it is taking 4 steps, and the fifth element it is printing. Okay, so like that it is generating. The question is count the length. How many elements are there in the list? So it is not possible to count like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for this we have one function called length. Okay, now it will ask you which collection or sequence length you want to find. So I want to find the length of this numbers. So here what I will write? Numbers. Will it give me the length? Let me write the message also. Okay, list length. So let me execute it now. So it is generating length. It is giving length. So what's the length? 25 elements are there. How many elements? 25 elements. So this is how we can check the length of the list element. Do you have any question, anyone, till here? Do you have any question, anyone, so far?
No, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. Means you guys are understanding. Are you guys clear?
Understood, sir. Understanding, sir.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay. So displaying positive and negative values list. Okay. See in this list. Okay, let me don't show you the program. Let's just create a program. Okay, so this is what 34. Okay, guys, I'm creating here one. Okay, I'm creating a list called money. Okay, inside the money list, I'm writing here 10, 20, minus 30, 50. Okay, minus 11, minus 3, right? Minus 99. Okay, and 99. 100 minus 101, like this elements I'm creating. So is it a list or not? Is it a list or not? Yes, this is the list. Can I print this list? Can I print this list? Yes or no? I
You
can print
can.
this list.
Yes.
So this is how can I print all the elements. Can I print all the elements like this? Yes. So is it printing all the elements? Let me show you one more time so you guys have clear understanding and properly it should be visible properly. So like that we are getting this elements, we are getting all the elements. Now tell me guys, I want to write here money 10, money 20, money 30, like something like I want to print money 10. Okay, in the next line money 20 means I want to display one string. Okay, later I want to print the list element. Okay, what is the list? Money. And these are what? List element. But before printing the list element, I want to write this string. So how can I do this? How can I do this? The simple way is access or read list elements using for loop. Okay, so if you will use for loop in order to read the elements of the list, you will have more control. So how you will read? Just write here for is a keyword, I is what? A variable which we will repeat. This I variable we will repeat. Okay, I, or we can say element. So this element variable we will repeat, and this is what? In is what? Membership operator. In is what? Membership operator, which will identify whatever element is coming from the list, is it really available inside the list or not. So like that, the element is belongs to, the element belongs to list or not. Okay, if yes, then go inside the body of the loop. This is what? Body of the loop. So go inside the body of the loop. Then what we have to do? We have to print element. Can I use here f string? Why we use f string? So that we can print variable data as well as message. So can I use something like this? Can I write something like this? Yes. So let me run. What will happen? So it is printing like this. Okay. Because of this print, it is printing this complete list here. And in the for loop, it is printing. Okay, this is printing arrow. So how many time it is printing arrow? How many time it is printing? Let's suppose I have three elements in the list. I have how many elements? Three elements in the list. So how many time it will print arrow? It is printing three time. So what's the conclusion? As many elements you have in your list, those many time this for loop execute. Okay, so this for loop execution totally based on the list of elements, number of elements present in the list. Are you guys understanding it?
Yes, sir.
So in my list
Yes.
now we have multiple elements, many elements, so it will print more than one time. Okay, so it is printing. Suppose I want to print ele, so ele is nothing but the first element of the list. Okay, so it will print first element, then the ele is what, the second element of the list. After printing, ele is nothing but the third element of the list. After printing, ele is nothing but the fourth element of the list. So how can I print ele? Ele means I want to print ele value, so can I write here ele? So if I will write here ele, so what it is printing, it is printing ele. Do I need to print ELE or ELE value? What I have to print? I have to print ELE value. Means ELE is nothing but element. I want to print element value. So just keep it inside the curly braces. And this is known as formatting string. Formatting string means this is message which is outside the curly braces. Whatever you will write inside the curly braces, it is what? It is the value of the variable. So what it will print now? So it is printing like 10, 20, 30, 50, like that it is printing. Suppose, okay, let me just comment it because I don't want to see this list. Let me just execute it. Okay, so what is my requirement is, my requirement is whatever the positive elements are there, whatever the positive elements are there, I want to highlight those elements by this symbol. Which symbol? The arrow symbol. So how you can do this? How you can do this? Can I write here? Can I write here? Can I write here if condition? Before printing, I want to apply some condition. Before printing, apply some condition. What should be the condition? I have to print even number. Condition is what? Print even only. How to print even only? Apply if condition. How to check whether element is even or not? Can we apply here modulus operator? Can I write something like this? If it is true means it should print. If it is false means it should not print. So now will I see all the even numbers or not? Tell me. I want to see all the
Yes, sir.
okay, so we are getting even numbers, right?
What's a minus 30?
Yeah, this is
Minus
also
30
even.
is
No?
also even.
Minus 30 is also even, right? No? And those elements are not even. Those elements are not even. I want to apply this symbol. Double equals to is equals to this. Okay. And I want to apply this also. Like this, I want to highlight the odd elements like 11. Okay. So I want to highlight odd elements like this. So can I write here something like else? Which is not even means if you are not evens means else. If condition is false means else. So in else, can I print something like this? Can I write something like this? This is just what? Just a string. Okay, so I can write anything and I have to print which element? The odd elements. Okay, no matter it is positive or negative. So see, whenever it is coming the odd element, it is highlighting what? With this double is equal to. I mean this symbol we are using for representing odd elements. And for even we are using this. Is it clear to all?
Clear, sir.
Okay, now what is my requirement? My requirement got changed now. So apply condition before printing. But what condition you have to apply? Condition is what? Print positive. Print what? Positive numbers. Okay, with this symbol. So how can I print positive numbers? If a number is greater than 0, can we say this is a positive number? If a number is greater than 0, number is nothing but our elements which is coming from the list. What is list? This is the list. Can we say element is greater than 0? So this is default, this is by default a positive number. Can we say like this? Now here we are not identifying what we are not identifying. We are not identifying even or odd. We are identifying positive number only, right? So let me just run it again. Okay, so what it is printing? 10, 20, 50 means all the positive numbers it is printing. Okay, if it is not positive, then use what? This for negative. So if you are not positive means you are, if a number is not positive means it will not follow the if condition. So if you are not following if condition, you are the negative number, and if you are the negative number, then come into the else block. So when you are coming into the else block, so don't print directly, just have this symbol first. Before printing, just have this symbol and print yourself. Okay, so whatever the negative elements you can clearly see, but I don't want to print this like nonsense. I want to write here positive. I want to write here negative. I want to highlight by saying negative and positive. So is it coming? Positive, this is also positive, this is negative. Okay, like that. Are you understanding, guys? Everyone?
Understanding.
Okay, all right, guys. Okay, so now let's check your paper. Let's discuss the assignment. Okay, let's discuss the assignment question, whatever questions we have given to you. So is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so which one of the following is immutable data type? Tell me, guys, which one is immutable data type? Okay, what's the mean of immutable? Which of the following is an immutable data type in
And
Python? So immutable means which cannot change. Okay, which cannot change. We cannot change the value of the variable, that is known as immutable. So which one? List can be changed. Okay, so okay, and dictionary and string. So which one is what's the correct answer of this? The correct answer is immutable
string.
is string. String is what? Immutable. We cannot change the string. Okay, break statement do in loop. What break does in loop?
Exit the loop.
So it exit the loop. Okay, it exit the loop. How do you define a list in Python? So this is the correct way, right? Which string formatting method is the most recent in Python? Previously, we were used to use format. Okay, so this is not the recent. The recent one is fstring. So the correct is what? Fstring, C option. What's the type of 10? So very easy, type is 10 is what? Integer. In a while loop, when does the loop stop executing? False condition, true condition, continue or break?
Break.
So whenever it see the break, so it stop execution. Okay, and what about false condition? False condition means it will not start executing. It will not start executing, but it is asking what? In a while loop, when does the loop stop executing? Means starting it was executing, but at some point it stopped. But when the condition false, so it will not execute. So you can consider this break. Otherwise, if you will write the false condition, that is somehow true. Okay, because a condition can be false whenever you are writing I less than 5 and you are increasing I value each iteration of loop, so this is
Sir, when
also
condition is false, then it's a loop. Then it will again change the value.
no. What I'm trying to say, please try to understand this. For example, I'm writing here. Okay, so for example, I'm writing here, I'm taking one example, I is equals to 0. Okay, while I less than is equals to 5, and print what? Print I. And each time we are increasing I value. So what it will do, initially I value is what? 0, which is less than 5. So it will print 0. Okay, and it will increase the I value. Second time it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and after 5, when I value will become 6, so 6 is less than equals to 6. No, condition is false. So when condition is false, it stop printing. Means this much it has printed. Here condition false, then only it is stopped. No, so execution of the loop can be stopped using break, can be stopped using false condition. Okay, so if you are right, like choosing this option, that is valid, and false condition also valid. These are the two factors can stop the execution of while loop. Are you clear or do you have any doubt?
How false condition is valid?
In a while loop, when does the loop stop executing? So when it will see the false condition, it will stop executing. Here condition is being false. No, this is true condition, but see how when it is true. When I value is 0, this is true, 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 this is true. Now it will become false. So it is stopping execution of or not. When it is coming false, when it is coming to the false condition, is it executing, is stopping loop or not? It is executing, is stopping. No? And otherwise if it will encounter the break statement, it will stop execution. Is it clear or you want to say something?
No, clear.
If I'm missing anything, you can let me know. Okay, fine. So what's the correct syntax for the for loop? So the correct syntax is this. Okay, this is the wrong one, this is the wrong one, and none is the wrong. So the correct answer is A. Which keyword is used to skip the current iteration? So definitely continue we can use is for skipping. How can you access the second element of the list? So how you can access the second element? So this is the correct answer. Okay, it is not asking second last element, it is asking the second element, because first element start with 0th position, the second element start with 1 position. Okay, this is the first index, this is the second index. Okay, Which of the following is a scalar data type? So we already know list sequence, dictionary sequence, tuple is a sequence, but float is a scalar. Okay. Section B is what? Fill in the blanks. So Python uses dash to indicate block of code. What's the correct answer?
Indentation.
Indentation. Okay, so the correct answer is what? Indentation. Okay, the data type used to store multiple value is,
List.
can we say scalar? Can we say scalar? Can we say scalar data type
No,
store
sir.
more than one value?
No,
No,
sir.
answer is wrong. So the correct answer is what? Collection. Can we say collection is correct? Because collection store more than one value and list is one of the collection. And tuple is also a collection. Set is also a collection. So the correct answer is what? Collection. Collection data type, right? The dash keyword stop the loop completely. What is that? What is the answer of this?
Break.
Yes, definitely. String in Python are strings in Python are
Immutable.
strings are what? Immutable. Simply immutable. While loop runs as long as
Condition true.
condition true. The condition is true, it will execute. To skip the current iteration, what we can use?
Continue.
Okay, all right. Sabina is also giving answer. Okay, very nice. Okay, so we will use what? Continue here. Okay, A is an ordered. Okay, A dash is an ordered and mutable data type.
List.
So
List.
we already know list is what? It is what? Preserved order. So this is order and changeable means mutable, right? F string stand for
Formatting.
formatting string. Okay, good. A data type storing unique values is,
Set.
so
Set.
yeah, set. You already know this answer, but it is the, I didn't discuss set yet, but the set is the correct answer. Set holds the unique values. Okay, the syntax for an empty list is what?
Square bracket.
You
Square
can write
brackets.
here square bracket. Okay. Short answer, explain mutable and immutable data types in with example. I mean immutable and immutable with example. So mutable you can write what? List you can write. Okay. So you can write the list example as well. Immutable you can write string or tuple and you can write the example of that. That is the answer. What's the difference between break and continue? Just write the one line definition. Break is used to, first you can write break is what? Branching statement means without for loop we cannot use, without loop we cannot use break, without loop we cannot use continue. First point. The second point is it terminates the flow of while loop and it skip the iteration. Continue what? Is skip the iteration. So this is you can write the syntax for while loop with an example. I mean for loop with, okay, write a syntax for a while loop. The while loop syntax you have to write here, and you can give one example to print 1 to 10 like that. You can give what is f string. Provide an example. So you can simply write print an f string, and you can print something. That's enough. How is a list different from the tuple? So you can write list is what? Mutable, and tuple is immutable. Tuple I didn't cover, but we will cover soon it. But you can write just immutable, that is also correct. Okay, section D, programming question. So you have to write the program to print 1 to 10 using for loop. This is very easy, you can easily print. Okay, you will write range, and inside the range where you will start 1, you will start from 1 to 11, and step will be 1. Like that you can write in for loop. Calculate the sum of 1 to 100 using while loop, that is also easy. Okay, so you have to increase the value of any number, and you can apply the, okay, you can take one variable called sum, and sum is equals to I you can do, and I is starting with 1. Okay, and it is ending with 101. So like that you can, or we can say 100. So write this program also, you can write, no issue. Check number is even or odd, very simple program. Find the largest number in a list. So how you will find the largest number in a list? So there is a method called max. I will tell you later what is the max method. Otherwise, what you can do, you can use for loop. You can use for loop, okay, or while loop. You can apply this condition also. For reverse the list, what you need to do, for example, this is my list 10, 20, and 30. You want to reverse this, means you want to print from the backward direction. So you will write range. Okay, so in range, this should be your entry point. So here you will write the stop value. Okay, so stop is what? 0, 1, and 2. So what is your stop value? It should start with 2. So how you will get the stop value? So you have to write here length of list. Okay, and you have to stop it where? You have to stop it 0. I mean -1, not 0, -1, because 0 is the last index, no? See, 2, then 1, then 0. Okay, so we have to stop it -1. Okay, each time value will increase or decrease. Each time value will stop if stop is greater than step. No, when, sorry, let me write correctly. When your start is greater than stop, so step should be negative, right? So here we will write negative index. Okay, I hope you are not I know you are not able to properly understand this, but I can assume like you guys are able to write the code of these simple programs. Okay, that is not that much hard, so that's why I'm not explaining it much in good manner. Okay, then we have to count the occurrence of an element. Okay, occurrence of elements means how many time an element is coming. So you can use here count method is there. Okay, I will tell you what is the count method in upcoming videos, I mean upcoming lectures. Print the
Sir, I didn't understand seventh question.
seventh question. Occurrence means, for example,
Yes, sir, me too.
I'm writing here 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now tell me how many time 1 is there. So you will write, suppose this is a variable called L1. So you will write here L1 dot count. Okay, and here write the element. So it will tell you, it will give you the answer. So 4 time is the 1. So this is known as occurrence. So like this you can count the occurrence. Okay, so I will tell you later because we are discussing about list concept. So in the list concept I will discuss this, don't worry about it. Okay, occurrence, we can do multiplication table like 2 into 1 is equals to 2, 2 into 2 into is equals to 4. So this kind of table we have to demonstrate the use of break. So you can write a program to show the break use. Either you can create prime number logic or anyone you want. And the last question is demonstrate the use of continue in loop. So this is also you can demonstrate, right? So I hope you got clear understanding now. Okay, any question? Do you have any question? I will announce the marks in next class. Okay, next class will be on Monday. So on Monday I will tell you, I will declare the marks, right? If you have any question you can ask. Otherwise, thank you everyone for joining the session. Is there anyone have any doubt?
Not yet.
All right. Good night, guys. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.